We only have one sigil to go. Well, hang on, 2 sigils. We still need to transform the regular goblet into a goblet of honor. So we're heading back to Trinsic to fight some spiders. Doing a little bit more of the fancy swimming. So I guess Valoria at least is one place where, even though I didn't help restore the virtue, I did help them take care of the demons. So at least they can be happy about that. Even though they will remain unvalorous until the end of time. Yeah, so basically the reason why I did Valoria before fighting the spiders is because we're gonna be leaving this place from the opposite side. So it's just sort of on the way to do it like this. So in this fight it's it varies how many spiders you have to kill before the boss spawns. If we get lucky, it should only be these 2 here.
The spiders! They're everywhere! Look out!
Don't need that gold, just grabbing it in order for it not to block these guys too much. There we go, got the spider boss spawning right away. And I popped the invincibility potion just in case, though it has run out by now. But looked like today the spider decided to attack that guy instead. But he dies no matter what. But not before doing the honorable deed, I guess. So now by heading over here and placing the goblet of honor in this weird statue thingy, it gets infused with the, I guess, honorable sacrifice that guy made, and yeah, everyone is happy. I guess apart from that guy who died. What a beautiful model. So many polygons. Alright, so now on to New Magintia and the virtue of humility. And that is actually just on the way to the Guardian's Palace, so that is very convenient. But it does look currently like I will be going a little bit over time, unfortunately. So, yeah. Sorry to the organizers, but with this game sometimes you... It varies what you get. And I might die here. Nope, that was quite close. Yeah, it varies what kind of crash RNG you get. And obviously I also made the big mistake myself. Or did I? Hang on. Yeah, I did let myself get killed. Though that wasn't too bad. But the biggest mistake I made was probably not saving before approaching the vulture. Which, yeah, ended up soft locking the game. So this island is actually home of pirates. And when you play the game normally, you have like a pirate friend who helps you traverse the 7 seas of Britannia. And this is basically where she grew up. But all we use it for in this run is just to island hop to New Magentia, which is the place on the right. Where we'll be getting the last of the sigils. I quite like the music in this game, actually. I think that's one of the nicer things about Ultima IX. And I believe it is also like a real orchestra, which is... I wouldn't say it's too typical for games from about this time.
Ah, my old friend.
So basically, in exchange for brutally murdering some wolves and burning some vultures' nests, she agrees to give us the sigil of humility, because that seems like such a humble thing to do, right? So here we're going to use the spell that we picked up from the dragon chamber in Destard to just set fire to that thingy. So when you start the game normally, you get to bind spells to your spellbook, but since we skip over the whole tutorial by starting with the debug room, we never pick up the spellbook, so we can only cast one instance of every spell for each spell scroll we have. Now here we have to go kill the Alpha Wolf, which I guess makes us the Alpha Wolf. And then we just need to head back and talk to her again. Here I'm gonna have a quick save, because falling into the sea sucks. You have to be a little bit precise with this jump. For the longest time I didn't actually know I could sort of climb up this way. I tried to use as you saw earlier, you can use objects to climb in this game. Well, I guess I didn't show it too much in this run, but at least in the first dungeon I used the sigil to climb out of the hole in the roof, get back out of bounds.
I've cleared up.
Okay. So that's the last sigil, the Crook of Humility. So with all 8 sigils in hand, we can now go confront the Guardian. And the epic showdown will commence. Now I have no idea if there's been a bunch of activity in the chat, because my chat window seems to have crashed or something. Or at least it isn't, or maybe just no one's written anything, that could also be the case. But sorry if you have been asking questions, I can't see any text currently. So this is where the Guardian hangs out, in Turfin, plotting how he's going to destroy Britannia. And basically what his plan boils down to is he's going to make the 2 moons of the world crash down, and he's going to somehow be in some other like astral plane, or at least somewhere where he won't be in trouble. But we're gonna not let him get away that easily. And we're gonna kill him in a very interesting way. Doesn't involve swinging a sword or shooting a bow or even using any magic. We're gonna kill him by typing, which I guess is every great villain's weak point. The Guardian has some amazing laughs in some of these games, especially Ultima 8. No, hang on, Ultima 7 He has just some insanely maniacal laughs that I enjoy very much. That factor alone makes me maybe want to run some of those games one day. Hang on. Now I'm not actually sure with this invisibility glitch if the enemies can even see me, but I won't take any chances, so I just open the inventory. Now here we have a pretty long, unskippable cutscene, and there's that guy, Sam Hain, who we haven't met at all, and the other guy.
Hello, Avatar. I'm glad you're here. Both you
the
and
guy
your
on the far
associate are
left.
about to learn the penalty for
We've sort of seen him in the
interfering with
distance,
my work.
but we haven't actually spoken to him.
Avatar, tell my daughter that I love her.
His daughter is Raven the pirate.
Your daughter?
Yeah, and that's the funny thing, that
She...
when you've beaten the game in this way, I'm pretty clueless as to who his daughter is as well.
Very touching. There. Now that he has been done,
And I love the way that it clearly looks like the Guardian misses with his fireball.
Blackthorn, you may leave us now. I would like to speak privately with our friend.
But I guess the Guardian is such a badass that even when his spells miss, they still kill the target.
Yes, my lord.
Blackthorn is his name.
He truly is a worm, isn't he? Oh well. I still need him for a while yet. Then I can get rid of him. Now, come over.
So sometimes
here, Avatar.
his AI gets a little
I have
confused and he
something to
wanders
teach you.
around the room a little bit.
Do you understand yet? Do you see that you can't hurt me?
Basically what's supposed to happen is we
All of
swing
your
our sword at
energy,
him
all
and we
the
take damage
that
ourselves.
you would inflict upon me is reflected
But since we
back
still only have
onto
the
yourself.
health that we started the
It's
game
you
with,
two,
the game
Avatar.
thinks that I've already swung the sword for some reason.
You can't win. Are you beginning to see the futility of resisting me, Avatar?
Why do you struggle so when you can't win?
None can stand against me. Surely you know that by now.
In the initial route of the
Take, for
game,
example, your friends in
this cutscene was
Solid
at the very beginning of the
It's
run,
true that they have managed
which was
to
a little
avoid
bit
the
tedious
effects of
having
my
to
bombs. But that
sit
is
through
of
it
no
every
matter.
time
If I cannot
I reset.
turn a thing, I can at least destroy it. If
So
I
it's
can't
nicer to have it
deprive
at the
the
end.
people of Scarabray of
So you
their
have to confront
spirituality,
the
I
Guardian
will
twice.
deprive them of
So
their
after this
lives.
this cutscene, he'll teleport us out to the just outside of his fortress, and
Well,
you're supposed to
about that as you
enter
ponder
through
your
a secret back
hero.
door as the gate has
Your
closed.
quest is
But since we went through the gate fast enough,
cannot
which
and
isn't actually
will
even
not
very fast, you just have to do it sort of
think about it,
slightly
Avatar.
faster than the game wants you to.
We'll meet again.
Now I'm the Guardian, and by going through the gate fast, it's still open. At least it should be. Yeah. So we can head straight back in for the second encounter, which will be the final encounter with the Guardian, where we will once and for all put an end to his shenanigans. Maybe I should just test if the invisibility actually is in effect here. Nope. Okay. So even though I look invisible, I'm definitely still visible to that guy. It would seem. Okay, so now we have to place all the 8 sigils on these pedestals, which seemingly have no other purpose than like being able to help us destroy the Guardian. Funny that he would leave these in his throne room, but certainly useful for us. And actually I find this effect, visual and sound effect, pretty satisfying. I think that's one of the things they nailed in this game. Now I realize now that I haven't been judging the game as harshly as maybe you would expect from a Garbathon run, but okay, brace yourselves for the loudest sound in the game. Not sure how the game volume is mastered to my mic, but that certainly hurt my ears a little bit.
Speak
okay.
now the magic words of life.
Hang on. So that's the words of life, which basically are supposed to teleport the Guardian back from the place where he was trying to escape. But since we entered the throne room for the second time in a slightly unconventional way, the other Guardian is still there. He hasn't actually left. But here he comes again. So is there going to be 2 Guardians now? Well, not actually. That would have been fun, but the game just sort of removes the other instance of the Guardian instantly.
Anything that you do to me happens to you as well. You and I are one. We're connected. The only difference is that you are weak and you care. I will dominate because I don't care.
Gotta love the cringy writing.
And anything else that I choose
because I
be
don't
mine
care.
To use and destroy as I see fit.
Okay, so now we have to grab these 3 shards of the portal thingy that he was summoned through, and we have to place them here in succession, and then we have to speak the final sealing words of Armageddon, which will kill the Guardian, and unfortunately the Avatar as well. Because as he says, we're connected. So basically, we have to sacrifice ourselves nobly. And right now, who are these guys? Not people we've met for sure. So basically you're supposed to have grabbed all of the runes from the various columns. Now they're sort of being placed back in to cleanse the virtues.
Even as we speak, your columns are being cleansed. They're being turned so they nurture the virtues rather than corrupt them.
That means nothing. Your friends are too late. This is all too late. It is impossible to defeat me now.
So the Guardian will actually shoot some magic at me, but only if I'm really slow in placing these shards. So there we have the moons not colliding.
Too late, you say? The moons didn't collide. Their orbits are no longer decaying. Face it, Guardian. Everything that you set in motion, we have reversed.
No! That's impossible. Your friends have only temporarily forestalled
the magic words of Armageddon.
And there we go. That's Ultima IX. Now, since I've gone a little bit over time, I guess we can skip this final cutscene. Usually it sort of looks bad anyway, because the game scales down the resolution, since with the wonders of modern technology we're able to actually render the game in full HD, but the cutscenes are still in a very low resolution, so it usually messes up OBS and makes it look a little bit weird. I'm not sure if that's the case right now, but anyway, I feel like I've probably gone on for long enough. So I just want to say thank you for everyone who watched, and thanks to the Garbathon Marathon. Keep on rocking, guys. I'm sure this event will keep growing, and yeah, we'll build something cool. So thanks for watching, and bearing with my my subpar gameplay and the crashes of Ultima IX. Yeah. Cheers.